K&N Blackhawk air intake systems are designed to increase power and acceleration by reducing restriction in the intake path. K&N 71-3070 air intake fits a selection of 2009 to 2013 Chevrolet, GMC, and Cadillac models with 6.2-liter, 5.3-liter, and 4.8-liter engines. Check knfilters.com for a complete list of models this air intake fits and for a list of other carb adoption states. The 71-3070 air intake has a black powder-coated metal tube and a black K&N performance air filter. It is easy to install, and it comes with K&N's famous million-mile limited warranty. K&N power testing showed an estimated power gain of 12.1 horsepower at 5,352 RPM with the 71-3070 air intake installed on a 2010 GMC Yukon Denali with a 6.2-liter V8 engine. Actual results will vary depending on the condition of the vehicle, mileage, weather, and other variables. With the air intake installed, we ran the vehicle on the dyno to test the sound comparison versus the stock intake. The intake system includes components that have been designed or matched to the needs of these vehicles to produce a safe horsepower increase. Detailed installation instructions are included with this kit. The tools needed for this install are shown. Turn off the ignition and disconnect the negative battery cable. Disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Lift up on the engine cover and remove. Unhook the radiator hose mount from the intake tube. Unhook the crankcase vent line from the intake tube plenum. Loosen the hose clamps which secure the stock intake tube. Then remove the intake tube from the vehicle. Rotate the crankcase vent line counterclockwise on the valve cover port. And then release the locking tab and remove the crankcase vent line from the valve cover. Pull firmly upward to release the air cleaner assembly from the mounting tray grommets. Then remove the assembly. Remove the two screws securing the mass air sensor to the airbox, and then remove the mass air sensor from the airbox. Install the mass air sensor into the K&N intake tube and secure with the provided hardware. Install the heat shield mounting bracket onto the heat shield using the provided hardware. Install the provided edge trim onto the heat shield. Some trimming will be necessary. Remove the airbox mounting grommet shown from the airbox mounting plate. Secure the 5/16" inserted nut to the heat shield. Set the heat shield assembly into position with the inserted nut installed into the airbox mounting grommet location. Mark the heat shield mounting location to be drilled. Some vehicles may already have this hole in the mounting plate. Remove the heat shield assembly and drill a 5/8" hole at the marked location. Install the reaming 5/16" inserted nut into the heat shield. Reinstall the heat shield assembly onto the airbox mounting plate and secure with the two 5/16" bolts provided. Secure the mounting bracket to the inner fender with the hardware provided. Then install the filter adapter onto the heat shield and secure it with the provided hardware. Install the provided silicone hose onto the filter adapter and secure with the provided hose clamp. Install the provided silicone hose onto the throttle body and secure with the provided hose clamp. Install the provided 1/4" NPT fitting into the K&N intake tube. Install the K&N intake tube into the silicone hose at the filter adapter, then into the silicone hose at the throttle body, and then secure it with the provided hose clamps. Install the provided crankcase vent hose onto the valve cover vent port, and then connect the remaining open end to the 1/4" NPT fitting in the K&N intake tube. Install the K&N air filter onto the filter adapter, and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Reconnect the mass air electrical connection. Reinstall the engine cover. Reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Double check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle. It will be necessary for all K&N high-flow intake systems to be checked periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the above instructions or proper maintenance may void warranty. K&N makes products for nearly every vehicle on the road. The K&N website allows you to search products by vehicle or dimension, download installation instructions, view dyno charts showing estimated horsepower gains for this product, and view product details. For more information on where to buy K&N products, go to knfilters.com.